This movie is horrible, but I love it. All right. Welcome back. Hondo's Blockbuster. And as you can see, I am not at the studio today. Pooch and the boys are killing it in Arizona. But I just got out of seeing Super Mario Galaxy. And I didn't have a video for this week. I was trying to get a few things going, had an event at the studio, yada yada, no excuses. I'm here, all right? As I'm walking out of this movie, which I will give a review for it as well, a spoiler free. I gave an out of the theater reaction as a short, but I'll talk a little bit about it here too. But I was walking out of there and I was just like, are there any good video game to movie adaptation? There's two that immediately popped into my head. One of them actually I do believe is really good. The other one is so bad that it's good to me, and I'll get to that for sure in this mini ranking. But I was just like, man, most of them, one, there's a lot of them I haven't seen. So full disclosure, I have not seen a lot of them. There's probably some people's favorites that I will not list here in my top five. But there's not that many that are like that I'm going back to watch. You know what I mean? And most of them fall into the camp of it's all right, that one's solid, that one's even good. But it's not like that good, right? Like it really isn't. The video game genre, and it's crazy because, well, two things. One, like on paper, video games should translate to good movies. But then at the same time, especially the ones that have like large campaigns, like you can't cram that into the movie. And the magic of a video game is that you're playing as this character and you could essentially create your own movie and the movie of the story that it gives you, yada yada. So it makes sense why there aren't as many good ones. But still, today I'm going to give you my top five favorites. And like I mentioned, of these five, I mean, I enjoy all five of these. There's definitely different levels to quality, and there's one that is really bad, but I just love because I'm a freak like that, and it's a childhood, kind of semi-childhood movie for me. And you're probably thinking of a few options. I guarantee you it's not that. So, yeah, without further ado, let's dive right into the ranking now. Before we get to the top five, I've got a few honorable mentions that I do want to give a couple shout outs to. And again, all of them range in that category of, all right, enjoyable, or even one of them is not considered very good, but I like it. And that one in particular is Doom. The Rock, one of his early roles. Not a great movie, but as someone who is a rock fan, grew up a rock fan, I liked Doom. I didn't play the video game though. So for me, I had no connection to the video game. I just was like, oh, this is a cool, space shoot 'em up. You know what I mean? Not great movie though. Honorable mention. The next two, I love both of these games. And the movies aren't bad. They're like the first being Need for Speed. I used to be obsessed with Need for Speed. It's such it to me like an easy concept to translate in terms of race car. It's kind of honestly it's not very Fast and Furious when you think about the second half of Fast and Furious, but you could make a cool movie in that. This one's just all right. And then Uncharted, probably one of the newer ones on this list. I love the Uncharted games, probably one of my favorite video games of all time. I was able to enjoy this one for the most part, but I didn't love. I'm a big Tom Holland guy. I like Mark Wahlberg as well. I thought both of them were a bit miscast here, and I think if you're going to do Nathan Drake correctly, I think you shouldn't just start as a kid, especially pulling in some of the adventures of his older life to kind of a younger version of him. So with that, I'm going to put in the honorable mentions. All right, coming in at number five is Detective Pikachu. All right. I'm not a huge Pokemon guy. I know this one's kind of not a full video game adaptation, right? Because you've got the cards, you've got there's a show. Like it's not a full direct one, but it still falls under that category. And so Detective Pikachu will make the top five spot. I do think it's a funny movie. Ryan Reynolds as Pikachu is a nice play on it. This one, Ryan Reynolds was like almost in everything, but I enjoy Ryan Reynolds. I think this movie is really the scale of how, like, if you like Ryan Reynolds, you probably think this movie's funny. If you don't like Ryan Reynolds, this movie's probably not for you. I'm not, and this is going to sound like I don't want it to be a dig at this kid, but I guess he's not really a kid anymore. I'm just not a big Justice Smith guy. I'm just not. He plays the same type of role in all these movies, and I could have done without him. But I thought Ryan Reynolds as Pikachu was at least kind of fun. All right, coming in at number 4, my guy, The Rock, is back, baby. Rampage. All right, Rampage is another video game that I have no connection to. I went in because I'm a big Rock guy. Dude, it's Dwayne The Rock Johnson teaming up with a mega ape. I mean, come on. That's a blast. I listen, is it good? Not really. Is it an absolute fun time at the movies? I thought so. I thought we have a crew of Rock fans. It's me, Brian, and my buddy. Well, not my buddy. You guys know him. Big Hat Bo's family. Big Hat Bo is a semi-hater, semi-lover of The Rock. We don't know where he falls, but we dragged him. We dragged him to every premiere. And listen, he was fighting against his will in this movie, but even he enjoyed it. All right, it's a fun time. It's it's a shut your brain off popcorn flick. Rampage. It's The Rock in his prime. All right, coming in at number 3, we've got Super Mario Bros. All right, this is the first one, not this last one, and I'll touch upon that a little bit now. I think Super Mario, and I'm somebody who grew up playing the games Mario Kart, Mario Super Smashers, or oh my God, I hope I'm not butchering the name, the soccer one. All right, that was my favorite one. I grew up playing that version of Mario, and I love the characters. I'm not like somebody who's like really deep into the lore and oh yeah, like see a Mario, Super Mario Bro. Like I don't know. For me, I that's just not what I grew up playing. Or as not that I didn't grow up playing, I didn't grow up loving as much as a lot of people do. And it's not that I hate it or anything. I actually do like the world that they created, and I like the world that they created in this movie specifically. I thought it was a great, fun adaptation. Definitely, obviously, made more for kids. It's an animated movie, but I thought the animation was really, really good. And it's it's a fun story. I remember, and it's got a fun cast. Like Chris Pratt, honestly, kudos to him because everyone was kind of dogging him for being Mario, and all of a sudden he's really not that bad. I enjoy this one, and I like this one more than the second. And I just got out of seeing it, and it's again, I don't hate this movie at all, but this movie is really made for those who are either huge fans of Mario or parents of kids and made for kids. And sometimes you just need those movies that are made for kids. Like that, there's no problem in that. But when I'm gonna go see it, especially a property like Super Mario that does resonate with a lot of people my age, even older and younger, that I don't know this one it first of it goes at 100 miles per hour every second. I felt like I was on a roller coaster watching TikToks on at 100 miles per hour. Like it was crazy. It was jumping, jumping, jumping. You had no time to breathe, and the story's just not as enjoyable as the first one. I thought the first one had one, more laughs, and two, kind of tailored a bit more, not for an older audience, but I think an older audience, and I hate saying that because I don't consider myself old by any means, but the best type of animated movies are the movies that are made for kids, but adults can enjoy too. And I feel like this one leans more toward the kid side, which is fine, but I think the first one kind of towed the line more closely. So I'm gonna put Super Mario Bros. At number 3. Coming in at number 2, this is the one I've been talking about. I couldn't put it at number 1 because this movie is really bad, guys. Like, this movie's really bad, but I don't care. I love it, and it is Far Cry, all right? I grew up playing Far Cry Instinct Spreader. It's one of my all-time favorite video games. Me and my buddy Bobby would play this game to no end. Like, the amount of hours we logged on Far Cry Instinct Spreader is probably insane. On the Xbox 360, the Xbox One, we brought it over. We literally, the game, we went a couple years without playing it. We brought it back like midway through college and started playing it again. We love this game. We came across this movie on vacation. Where our families were vacationing together, and we were instantly obsessed. Instantly obsessed because we loved Far Cry Instinct Predator, but equally as obsessed because this movie is horrendous. And I actually don't want it any other way. Like, I wouldn't want it any other way. This movie is horrible, but I love it. Far Cry Instinct Predator, Far Cry the movie, it probably will never make a video game movie ranking list except here at Hondo's Blockbuster. But coming in at number 1, I think this one's pretty easy for me, and I'm going to take the whole series, and it is the Sonic the Hedgehog movies. I think all 3 of them are really good movies, and it is a perfect example of listening to, one, the audience, but two, you're fans. Like, this is a movie that, yes, it is of course made for kids, but it's a movie that as an adult you can enjoy them. I legitimately think these movies are really, really good. They handle the lore very well, and I'm not somebody, I played Sonic growing up, but I'm not a huge Sonic the Hedgehog lore guy. But, with Tails and Knuckles and Shadow, everyone's done so well. It's done, fun. And as the movies have gone, they've kind of diminished the human characters a bit more each time. And I think that's to its benefit. What also helps this movie is an all-time Jim Carrey performance. I mean, him as Robotnik is hilarious. And then in part three, where he's playing the dual roles, he's perfect. He's such a perfect level of goofball, and he's not really too menacing, but it's fun. And that's the point of these movies. They are fun. And this movie, all three of them are really, really good. I really enjoy these. I honestly do, and I'm very excited for the fourth one. I'm not a Sonic the Hedgehog guy, but I think the Sonic movies are the best video game to movie adaptations out of all of them, in the sense of, like, it gets the essence of the games correctly. It brings the fun to screen, and it does so in a way that everybody can enjoy. So, and also they listen to the fans in the sense of, I remember when they first released that picture and people were dogging them. Guess what they did? They went back into the studio and they made Sonic look like Sonic. So, yeah, I think those are, that's my list. That is my list. I'll tell you what, when I was thinking of this, it's like, oh man, there's not really too many to pick from, that one I've seen and two that I think are even good. Even these in this top five, like, I really only enjoy the first two. Super Mario Bros. I enjoy Rampage and Tokyo. I enjoy them, but they're not, whatever. I'm not really. I really like the Sonic movies, and Far Cry, perfection. Well, thank you for tuning in, guys. That is my episode for this week. I will be back at the studio next week. All right, don't you worry. Thank you for tuning in. We'd appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe. And as always, we'll see you at the movies.